So, we're back from another VGC guide, and this time we are looking at Milotic. This seems like a Pokemon that's just flying under the radar right now. In previous formats where Milotic's been available, where Intimidate has been very much used across the formats, Milotic has done well. It's won regionals back in the previous formats it's been available, like 2015, 2018. It was a solid Pokemon. There's no reason why it can't be now, but just people haven't been using it yet. Obviously, there's other great water Pokemon to choose from, but Milotic has a very solid niche. There's a couple of things that Milotic does very well. The Coil Hypnosis set is the one that most people know about. However, people don't know about Zoom Lens. Zoom Lens, I think this is going to be the only Pokemon ever I will recommend Zoom Lens for, but it is absolutely correct on Milotic. Because everyone knows the Coil Hypnosis. Like, you get your accuracy boost so that your hypnosises become more accurate. You're more likely to get those sleeps. Once you coil twice, hypnosis is 100% accurate. With Zoom Lens, you only need to coil once for hypnosis to be 100% accurate. It's only 80% accurate when you coil once. That's still okay, but everyone knows what Hydro Pump does. So just get one coil and then you'll sort and you can start spamming hypnosis. Because a lot of the times it is, I only have time for one coil. Oh, I missed the 80% accurate hypnosis. Oh well. But Zoom Lens fixes that. So that's why you want min speed. You're going to be underspeeding a lot of Pokemon other than basically the hard Trick Room Pokemon. You'll be underspeeding them. You'll be able to get your hypnosis off. You'll be able to get that sleep. You're so bulky it doesn't really matter that you're moving seconds because look at its defenses. His special defense is massive, and just to completely invest in defense, that's going to be patched up by coils. So this is going to be very, very difficult to KO. And with a Zoom Lens, you only need one coil. Then you can just start spamming hypnosis to your heart's content. Muddy Water is my recommended move of choice. On the coil set, again, you only need one coil for it to definitely be 100% accurate. However, with the Zoom Lens, it's already 100% accurate, even if you haven't coiled, so long as you are moving second. Hydro Pump is definitely an alternative on this Milotic, but the downsides of Hydro Pump, while it is stronger, is it's only got 8 PP, and the point of Milotic is it's supposed to stay on the field forever. Hydro Pump will only be able to be able to be clicked 8 times, whereas Muddy Water has 16 PP. Usually I don't talk about PP, but it will come into play for Milotic. Also, the accuracy drops will come into play also, which is quite funny given that you're boosting your accuracy and then you're dropping their accuracy. So yeah, Muddy Water definitely on this coil set in my opinion. And Zoom Lens is the perfect item. No one's used Zoom Lens for very good reason, but it's perfect on this Milotic. Terra Dragon is just a generally good typing for pairing with pure water, but otherwise there's plenty of other good ones. I'm sure we all know them at this point. This is the alternative Milotic. This is the one that was more classic back in the formats Milotic has found success. Like, it gets access to Scalds. Not many Pokemon in this format get access to Scald that are viable, because Scald is a TM, but not very widely distributed as it was previously. But Milotic still has it. It can get those burns. If you get those burns, it's basically kind of like the same thing as coiling, so you get your defenses, because then suddenly they're crippled and they can't do their physical damage. And to be fair, the format is pretty physical, so getting burns is going to be very nice. Spamming Icy Wind is also going to be able to help out your partners very nicely. It used to be Recover as the last slot on the Milotic back in the previous formats. However, Life Dew, we've seen how good Lunar Blessing has been on Cresselia. Life Dew does the same thing, without the status of course, but Milotic going to be able to help out its partners, not just itself. Definitely consider Recover if you think that it's just the Milotic needs to be able to get that recovery. I don't really need it for the partners, but Life Dew is super busted. Like, seriously, trust. Life Dew. Amazing move. The defenses are jiggling about a little bit more because you don't have the defense boosting of the coil. So otherwise you get to two-shot a Landorus Incarnate with Icy Wind, or one-shot a Landorus Therian that has just intimidated you with Icy Wind. 103 is so that if you've Icy Winded twice, you outspeed Fluttermane and Chien-Pao. Then it's basically just the rest into defenses. Its special defense is already so high, you don't really need to invest too much into that. There's plenty of good items on Milotic, like Leftovers. It's supposed to stay on the field forever, so Leftovers should be a good item. There's plenty of other good ones as well, like Citrus Berry for the instant burst is going to be good as well. Get that extra recovery. And it pairs nicely with Life Dew as well, because then Life Dew and Citrus Berry is basically a recover. And these are some other moves that I would recommend. Like, this is not a recommended moveset, these are just other moves that could definitely fit onto this one. Hydro Pump I've already mentioned about being on the Coil Milotic. I'd definitely consider Hydro Pump on the Coil one. Absolutely not on this one. Go for Scald. Like, seriously. Get the consistency and those burns, because not many Pokemon have access to Scald. You might as well use it. Breaking Swipe is also going to reduce the physical capabilities of the opponent quite nicely, but it's going to be guaranteed. It's not going to do much damage, but it's guaranteed a damage reduction. Whereas Scald, 30%, it's not bad, but not all the time. Helping Hands, I would have that over Protect on this Milotic. Because Helping Hand, you might not be doing the damage if you haven't caught that competitive boost, therefore you can help your partners do the damage it needs to. And then Haze, Little bit counterintuitive, given you want to be getting competitive boosts, but Haze is basically, I need Dondozo counters, therefore Haze on Milotic. Obviously, it'll help with all the other setup, but it is mainly Dondozo. If you feel your team needs it and you have Milotic on your team, Haze is worth considering. But yeah, Zoom Lens. Who would have thought that I'd have recommended that as an item? But seriously, it's the correct one on Milotic.